Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nilanda Saputri from N Class English Education. So this video will be uploaded to fulfill the mid-semester exam assignments for curriculum and material development courses by Mr. Sofian. The first book from Richards in chapter 1 explains about curriculum contains a set of plans, objectives, and learning materials, including teachings methods that will serve as guidelines for every teacher so that they can achieve learning targets and objectives well. The origins of language curriculum development, which is on this chapter, focus on determining what knowledge, skills, and values students learn in school. So, what experiences should be provided to bring about intended learning outcomes? And how teaching and learning in schools or educational systems can be planned, measured, and evaluated. Language curriculum development refers to the field of applied linguistics that addresses these issues. So, in this chapter, there are 4 points. There is first historical background, and vocabulary selection, grammar selection and gradation, assumptions underlying early approaches to syllabus design. And in chapter 2, explain about from syllabus design to curriculum. This chapter explains the emergence of ESP, English for Specific Purposes, with this emphasis on need analysis as starting point in language program design was an important factor in the development of current approaches to language curriculum development. CLT or curriculum language teaching is a broad approach to teaching that result from a focused communication as the organizing principle for teaching rather than a focus on mastery of the grammatical system of the language. So in this chapter, there are six points. There is first, the quest for new methods, changing needs for foreign language in Europe, English for specific purposes or ESP, need analysis in ESP, communicative language teaching or CLT, and the last is emergence of a curriculum approaches in language teaching. So the second book from John McAllister. In the first chapter explains about language curriculum design. An overview, the typical process of the writing process, gathering ideas, ordering ideas to text, reviewing, and editing. Can be applied to curriculum design, but it makes it easier to draw on current curriculum design theory and practice if a different set of words is used. The outer circles, principles, environments, and needs involve practical and theoretical consideration that will have a major effect in guiding the actual process of course production. There is a wide range of factors to consider when designing a course. These include the learner's present knowledge and lacks, the resources available, including time, the skill of the teachers, the curriculum designers, strengths and limitations, and principles of teaching and learning. The format and presentation part of the inner circle represents the format of the lesson or units of the course, including the techniques and types of activities that will be used to help learning. In this chapter, there are 8 points. There is part the curriculum design process, considering the environment, following principles, goals, content and sequencing, finding a format and presenting material, monitoring and assessing, and evaluating a course. The second chapter explains about environment analysis. Environment analysis is an important part of curriculum design because at its most basic level, it ensures that the course will be usable. For example, if the level of training of the teachers is very low and is not taken into account, it might happen that teachers are unable to handle the activities in the course. Similarly, if the course material is too expensive or requires technology and copying facilities that are not available, the course may be unusable. The importance of factors then depends on first, wherever the course will still be useful if the factor is not taken into account. 2. How large and pervasive the effect of the factor is on the course. In this chapter, there are 4 points. There is an example of environment analysis, environment constraints, understanding the constraints of time. And the third chapter is need analysis. Need analysis is directed mainly at the goals and content of a course. It examines what the learners know already and what they need to know. Need analysis makes sure that the course will contain relevant and useful things to learn. Good need analysis involves asking the right questions and finding the answers in the most effective way. So in this chapter, there are 7 points. There is necessities, likes, wants, discovering needs, evaluating needs analysis, issues in needs analysis, case studies. Case studies is the last. So my perspective for implementing language curriculum is curriculum has been structured into a number of subject areas which have developed and changed over time. To a large extent, school subjects also reflects to some extent how university study is structured. However, the ways in which we use or apply knowledge and skills in our lives is not always based on separate disciplines. In most cases, we use our learning from a range of subject area in order to respond to a social or work situation or to solve a problem. The way our brains work is to use all the tools at their disposal, multi and cross-disciplinary knowledge, skills, and experience, to find the best way to respond to new circumstance by creating connections between exciting and new information and searching for meaning and relevance. So curriculum developers should therefore seek ways to demonstrate connections between subjects and to integrate students' learning. So that's all from you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.